artifacts and commitments. Scrum team. The product owner is accountable for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. The Scrum Master is accountable for establishing Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide. They do this by helping everyone understand Scrum theory and practice, both within the Scrum team and the organization. The self-managing group of professionals who do the work of delivering one or more done increments each sprint. The developers are the people in the Scrum team that are committed to creating any aspect of a usable increment each sprint. The specific skills needed by the developers are often broad and will vary with the domain of work. Developers are always accountable for creating a plan for the sprint backlog, instilling quality by adhering to a definition of done, adapting their plan each day toward the sprint goal, and holding each other accountable as professionals. Take a moment to consider the following. What characteristics, disciplines, and skills would you expect to find in an effective self-managing, cross-functional development team within your organizations? Self-managing and cross-functional. The developers collectively have all the skills necessary to create value in each sprint. They collaborate as a team to complete the sprint backlog items. They share knowledge of specialist skills and rotate common tasks, leaving their ego set aside. The Scrum Master coaches the team members in self-management and cross-functionality. The Scrum team should be small enough to remain nimble and large enough to complete significant work within a sprint, typically 10 or fewer people. In general, it is found that smaller teams communicate better and are more productive. If Scrum teams become too large, they should consider reorganizing into multiple cohesive Scrum teams, each focused on the same product. Therefore, they should share the same product goal, product backlog, and product owner. The images here show the impact that just one or two more or less team members can have on the communication within a team. In a team of just 7 people, there are 21 potential interactions. Teams must be of a size that does not impede good communication. Scrum Masters. Scrum Masters are true leaders who serve the Scrum team and the larger organization. The Scrum Master is accountable for establishing Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide, helping everyone understand Scrum theory and practice, both within the Scrum team and the organization. The Scrum Master is accountable for the Scrum team's effectiveness, finding techniques for effective product backlog management, enabling the Scrum team to improve its practices within the Scrum framework. Scrum Master responsibilities. The Scrum Master serves the Scrum team in several ways. Coaching the team members in self-management and cross-functionality. Helping the Scrum team focus on creating high-value increments that meet the definition of done. Causing the removal of impediments to the Scrum team's progress. Ensuring that all Scrum events take place and are positive, productive, and kept within the time box. Scrum Master responsibilities. The Scrum Master serves the product owner in several ways. Helping find techniques for effective product goal definition and product backlog management. Helping the Scrum team understand the need for clear and concise product backlog items. Helping establish empirical product planning for a complex environment. Facilitating stakeholder collaboration as requested or needed. Scrum Master responsibilities. The Scrum Master serves the organization in several ways. Leading, training, and coaching the organization in its Scrum adoption. Planning and advising Scrum implementations within the organization. Helping employees and stakeholders understand and enact an empirical approach for complex work. Removing barriers between stakeholders and Scrum teams. The product owner. The product owner is accountable for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. How this is done may vary widely across organizations, Scrum teams, and individuals. The product owner is also accountable for effective product backlog management, which includes developing and explicitly communicating the product goal, creating and clearly communicating product backlog items, ordering product backlog items, and ensuring that the product backlog is transparent, visible, and understood. The product owner should have the authority to make decisions, domain knowledge that guides the product in the right direction, time to do the job and work collaboratively as part of the Scrum. The product owner should have the authority to make decisions, domain knowledge that guides the product in the right direction, time to do the job and work collaboratively as part of the Scrum. Take a few moments to complete this exercise. Organize the responsibilities shown here under the correct role: stakeholders, product owner, development team, Scrum Master, Scrum team, nobody. As a combined framework, Agile PM and Scrum offers a coherent solution to address many of the problems associated with using an Agile approach to projects at scale and in more conservative and/or more heavily regulated organizations. The framework embraces a number of governing roles to ensure that regulatory and other governance needs are addressed without damaging the essence of agility. There is virtually no impact on the Scrum development team, whose members remain free to embrace and exploit the full value offered by the collaborative, iterative, and incremental Scrum approach to product development. Scrum requires the product owner to be the one person responsible for maximizing the value of the product and the work of the development team, whilst, potentially, representing the needs of many diverse stakeholders within the organization sponsoring the project. The combined Agile PM and Scrum framework introduces roles, events, and guidance for interactions that help the product owner do this in larger and more complex organizations. Through the same roles and events, it also provides a more formal frame of reference and sphere of influence within which the Scrum Master can fulfill the related responsibilities of ensuring the Scrum team adheres to Scrum theory, practices, and rules, and influencing the wider organization to give the Scrum teams the space they need to make Scrum truly effective, e.g., through self-organization and taking real responsibility for building a quality product. A combination of Agile PM and Scrum is unlikely to represent the whole solution to the problem of exploiting an Agile project approach in more conservative organizations, but it represents a good start. Much attention will still need to be given to winning the hearts and minds of skeptics across the organization, promoting the essential change of mindset needed in everybody to be Agile rather than just to allow others to do Agile. All too often the first steps to the adoption of Agile approaches either fail or are fatally compromised by the bottom-up approach to change, where IT development teams try to adopt Agile ways of working that fly in the face of entrenched organizational norms for governance and control that simply cannot be ignored or circumvented. Finally, the combined framework provides a light but robust basis for scaling projects, allowing the efforts of multiple Agile teams to be coordinated to deliver a single coherent solution. This scaling is based on the proven ability of DSDM to do so and is formalized by the project team roles and the new project planning event.